Whether you work and go to school, whether you're a student who love a lot of extracurricular activities, I'll teach you how you can create a study routine that will help you excel and pass all your exams with high grades. And this is not a rocket science. This is not something that I am just speaking because I want to talk about it. But these are stuffs that I have tried, and I believe if you also try them, it is going to be very, very helpful. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Basi Ejogba. I'm a 400 level student in the University of Calabar, and in my channel, I help students level up their academic game. I also share helpful tips on this channel focusing on personal development. So if you love content like this, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so I can continue getting updates anytime I drop a videos like this, and so that you can help me grow. Creating a study routine, I believe, is something that a lot of students find it difficult. You understand? They find it difficult because a lot of students don't actually understand themselves. I always talk about understanding yourself, and when you understand yourself, then I believe every other thing will fall into place. So to create a study routine, a killer study routine, a study routine that will actually help you, number one is that you should be able to know your peak hours. Should be able to know your peak hours. Peak hours is, what is that time that you are always active to read? You understand? There are some people that read most in the evening from 6, sometimes from 7 p.m., mostly by 7 p.m. to at least 10 p.m. While there are some people that read mostly at midnight from 12 to 2, while there are some that read from 2 o'clock till dawn, while there are some also that read in the afternoon. You understand? That is your peak hour. Your peak hour is when you are most active. So you must be able to understand your peak hours. You must know your peak hours, number one, and you understand it. Because when you don't know your peak hours, you'll just be drifting. You understand? You'll be following. You see your friend going to the library in the afternoon, you follow your friend and go to the library in the evening, you follow them. You'll just be escorting your friends, and you will not actually understand what you are reading. So number one, to create a good study routine is that you must know your peak hours. Secondly is that in the course of your studies, knowing your peak hours and your studying, to maximize and make good use of your peak hours is that you must involve a lot of study techniques. I've been talking a lot about study techniques in my videos, and the two that is topmost is what's known as active recall and spaced repetition. So the active recall is when, let's say this is my chemistry textbook, I'm studying a particular topic in my chemistry, let's say chemical reaction, and instead of just studying the topic and closing the textbook that is for the day, what I do is after studying, you understand, after studying I try to question myself on what I just read. I'm trying to check my mic whether it is off. So after studying I try to question myself. I say, okay, chemical reaction, right? Okay, what about this? What is happening in the chemical reaction? Stuff like, okay, what is energy, the energy release, heat content and heat, all those stuff. You understand? I try to question myself on what I just read instead of just reading passively, because that is what a lot of students do. A lot of students just read passively. They just study, close their book, and they are done for that day. If you try to do such a thing, your brain will go on disappearing messages. You always forget what you have read. You understand? So you must involve yourself in active recall. And the spaced repetition is simply, let's say you studied chemical reaction today, right? On chemistry, right? Let's say today is Sunday, so you study chemical reaction. You space Monday, and you go back on Tuesday to read that chemical reaction. But this particular time, as you are going there to read chemical reaction, you are not going there to read words to words. What you are just going there to do is to touch some of those key points that are there. Then you just try to review, understand, try to revise what you have learned, and space again. The next, that is space again, that is Wednesday, Thursday, right? Thursday, you give yourself full-fledged questions, and yes, full-fledged questions. Like you try to question yourself on what you have just read. You set questions, past questions, practice questions, whatever question. Just try to quiz yourself on what you have read. That is what is known as the space repetition. That is, after involving yourself in the active recall for the first day, the space, like 1 or 2 days, you try to do a review. Then 1 or 2 days again, you try to practice past questions. You understand? Then thirdly is that you must time block your study hours. You must time block your study hours. Knowing your peak hours is one thing. Your peak hours might be in the morning, but know that morning starts from 12 a.m. right till 11:45 6:59 a.m., right? That is morning, that is a.m. But being able to time block your study hours, let's say, okay, during your peak hours, you study mostly at night, right? You can say, okay, I'm going to study from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. That is what is known as time blocking. If it's in the evening, you say, okay, I'm going to study from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. That is what is known as time blocking. So you must be able to time block your study hours. Don't just study because you want to study. Don't just study because you saw your friends studying for 7 hours. If you want to study for 7 hours, it doesn't work that way. You understand? You have to start gradually. So you can say, okay, I'm going to study for 2 hours, I'm going to study for 30 minutes. You are still valid. You understand? Anything you say is still very, very valid. So you must time block your study hours. Also, you must set daily study goals. You don't just study because you want to study, just like I've said. You don't just study because you want to study. You must set daily goals. Yes, and what do I want to achieve at the end of this study? I've made a video on 4 questions every student must ask themselves before you study. You must ask yourself these 4 questions. I've made a video on it, so I believe you should go and check out the video. 4 questions every student must ask themselves, because when you ask yourself that question, then I believe this number 4, which is set daily study goals, I believe everything is just going to fall in place. Because when you ask yourself that question, that goal means, what do I want to achieve at the end of this study? Is it to understand the concept? Is it a particular formula I just want to get, or is it I want to know everything about this particular topic? You understand? So that is what is setting daily goals. And when you hit your daily goal, it feels so rewarding, you feel so happy. That is one thing about setting goals. It gives you motivation, it keeps you energized to continue pushing. And also, if possible, if you can add rewards, you understand? If you can say, okay, if I can be able to finish 2 topics today, I'm going to buy myself this stuff, I'm going to buy myself biscuits and stuff like that. The brain loves reward, actually. So when you do stuff like that, the brain will feel motivated, the brain will feel energized, and you will continue pushing and stuff like that. You understand? So you should add rewards if you can. You can say, okay, if I can be able to finish this subject, I'm going to buy myself a pair of shoes. I believe it's a reward. And also, in the course of your study, please don't just study. If you are studying for 3 hours, 5 hours, please don't just study at a stretch, because I don't advise it. What you should be doing is studying in short focus blocks, and that is what is known as the Pomodoro technique. So the Pomodoro technique is simply studying in short focus blocks. That means if you have to study for 1 hour, you can study for 50 minutes and have a 10 minutes break. You understand? Or if you have to study for 1 hour, you can study for 25 minutes, have a 5-minute break, come back and study for 25 minutes and stuff like that. So you must be able to have breaks in the case of your study. Don't just sit down and say, okay, I want to cover up this topic, and force yourself to sit down and study for a long stretch. You understand? Because you will feel tired, and there's no point of feeling tired and still reading, because you will be actually deceiving yourself. And lastly is that you should plan weekly. You understand? You should be able to plan weekly. If today is Sunday, I'm making this video on the Sunday, so you should be able to plan weekly, in a sense that, okay, these are what I'm going to do. Like you watching this video right now, this is one of the videos I plan to drop this new week. That's why I'm making it on Sunday. So you can also do same in academics. You can say, okay, this is what I'm going to read for the week. These are the topics I'm going to study for the weeks and stuff like that. So it must not necessarily be on that day that you start looking for topic to read. You should already have these topics, you understand, laid down and plan ahead, so that when you enter that particular day for that week, instead of stressing yourself, you already know the topics you are going to face. And right now we are undergoing a study challenge, a 100-day study challenge for post-UTME. So if you want to be part of this study challenge, just drop it in the comment section. Just say I am interested, and I will send you the link to join our study challenge. Our study challenge is a no play zone. It is a place that when you join our study challenge, you are going to improve in all-round academics, and you will surely smash your post-UTME. So tell me which of these tips you are going to try right away. Drop it in the comment section which of these tips you are going to try right away. And also, do you know how to prepare a good study timetable? If you need help on it, also drop it in the comment section, and I will be glad to assist you. If you love this video and you wish to continue getting updates like this, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so you can continue watching videos like this. And also don't forget to share this video to your friend so that they can come here and get value, and in turn of feel motivated to continue dropping videos like this. I'll see you in my next video. Always remember that you're wonderful, always remember that you're unique, and always remember that you're a pace setter. I really love you. Thank you.